So PBIS isn't going to be that much different during remote education. We're still going to be focusing on teaching, recognition, and interventions when necessary. So when you compare the teaching portion of PBIS, back when we were in the classrooms last year, you would probably teach the students basic routines like entering and exiting the classroom, how to pass out materials, how to raise their hands to be called on, using bathrooms, etc. Remote learning, it's going to be basically the same. You just have different routines you're going to teach. So, for instance, instead of how to enter the classroom, you'll probably be encouraging students to log on a little earlier before the lesson, have their materials prepared, what they should have, what kind of space they should make, and just really how to make a non distracting workspace for themselves. Recognition will basically be the same. You're still going to be working on giving positive, specific praise to the students and using dojo points to kind of reward their efforts. That's the same in person and online. Online, you also have the opportunity to leave comments to the students or put a little message in the chat to give them positive praise when they're on task. You also might want to focus on some different areas where in the classroom, you might give a paw for putting your eyes on the speaker. In the chat, logging in on time might be a key focus for dojo points. Participation, encouraging others to participate, which also are similar in the classroom, but the areas of focus for your incentives might be a little bit different. As far as interventions, when we're in person, we do the HUGS program for check in and check out. Students take breaks. They practice using their calm down strategies. We're going to be using those same things during remote learning. It's just the check ins or check outs might need to be virtual. A break, they might need to just go step away from their computer for a minute and take some deep breaths or use some other strategies. But those same things that we use in the classroom are still going to be available and useful here online. Pre-correction is going to be one of the biggest things, especially in the first couple weeks. This is new to all of us, and it's going to be new to the students and families too. You know, we did a little bit of remote learning in the spring, but the format was completely different. We didn't really have many live sessions aside from kind of a Zoom chat here and there with the students. So we're going to really need to anticipate which behaviors are going to be tricky for the students and lay out the expectations for them before those behaviors have a chance to happen. That's all the same stuff we do in the class. If little Timmy would go running to the door every time we lined up, we'd pre-correct by saying, all right, everybody's walking to the line, and have a student model that. You can do the same thing online. It'll just be different. You're going to have someone model what their space looks like, what it looks like to be ready. A big part of our PBIS practice at DeBerry and where we've been really successful is how we word what we're saying to the students using positive language. So, for instance, if you've got a student slumped over or laying down in bed, you're going to say to them, please sit up straight, instead of, oh, don't lay down during the lesson. Come on, sit up. So it's just like all in your wording. Same as we've done in years past. It's just there on the other side of a computer instead of right in front of you in the classroom. So I know it'll be a bit of an adjustment for all of us, but the differences aren't that big.